It's that time of the week! So this episode of Jojo, kind of making a conclusion to the fight, which was basically just a slaughter, run away from the bad guy type deal. I kind of figured it would be that way. I mean, they're not really prepared to fight him. We also get a better explanation of his power and how it kind of works. And we see it being done at the beginning of this episode. And we know that the fight's all the way inside the church, but Giorno and the others are all also kind of skipping around, and they're like, what's going on? So I don't know if there's like a radius that's affected by these time jumps, or if it's just the entire world. Like, Dio and Kira, that was just all time, all around the world. It's interesting to think that maybe it has just a radius that just skips forward in time. Or not even that, maybe there's just a radius of people who don't remember what happened in that time. Because really the ability is kind of similar to that one episode of Futurama. I believe it's Time Keeps on Slipping. Wouldn't that have been a perfect song to be playing during this episode? Time keeps on slipping, slipping into the future. But yeah, the basic idea is King Crimson is going forward in time, but he sees what happens in that time, and he can react to what's happening in that time. But everyone else won't know what's going on. It seems for the most part they'll act normally for what they would be doing in that time that's taken away, but they just have no recollection of what they've done. And this ability lasts for about 5 to 10 seconds. So, how Bruno escapes with Trish is that he actually comes up with a long, complicated move that lasts more than the amount of seconds he can see in time. So, King Crimson assumes that Bruno is attempting to hit him, and actually he's attempting to hit the pillar so that he can zip himself up the pillar, but he can't see that far ahead in time, so he just assumes that he dodged Bruno's attack. So because of that, he ends up escaping. And something kind of weird happens with Bruno. I have no idea what's going on with his body. We didn't get an explanation of that in this episode. I don't know when we're supposed to get an explanation of that. So basically, Giorno knows something's up, so he just goes right into the building, and he finds Bruno laying on the floor. Trish is still passed out. That girl can be knocked out for hours, man. If she didn't wake up during all of this. And Giorno attempts to heal Bruno by, like, replacing everything that he lost, you know, his blood, his skin, and whatnots. But Bruno is dead for a short period of time. He's straight up dead. And Giorno's freaking out because he's like, what? He shouldn't be dead? I replaced everything. And then we get this weird moment where, like, Bruno's ghost floats above Giorno, and he's like, call Abba and everyone. And then Giorno hears that, and he's like, what? Is that a ghost? And then Bruno's body just gets up, like, totally fine. I said, call Abba and the others. But he's not fine. Something's wrong with Bruno, and it probably has something to do with King Crimson's attack. And around in the middle of the episode, Giorno also, like, kind of notes that something's up with Bruno, but he doesn't know what it is. All he knows is just, like, he was dead for a second, then he was alive. He doesn't know what the heck was up with that. But also, he seems to be, like, dizzy sometimes. He faints for a moment, and Giorno's like, whoa. You okay? And he notices that Bruno can't feel pain. All of these are connected somehow. But once Giorno gets everyone else in the building, King Crimson actually stops from attack because he notices, okay, well now there's 6 stand users that I gotta fight against here. And I can't always dodge all of their movements. It's gonna be too chaotic if I fight them all at once. One of them is bound to find out my real identity. The boss holds back because he doesn't want to risk somebody finding out his identity. And he's always been kind of introduced as this very, very careful person. It's the whole reason why he went through this whole complicated plan to get Trish over to him just so he could kill her so that nobody would find out his identity. So he sees a situation that just is too risky for him. He's not willing to go through all of that, so he decides to not attack and just let them leave. But of course, he's the boss of a giant mafia group. He's gonna find them again with his subordinates. So far, he has listed Giorno and Bruno as the known traitors. I guess the idea is that he doesn't know who else is with them. So then we end the episode with this long scene of Bruno explaining to everyone else, look, I betrayed the boss. I'm a traitor. I did it to save Trish. He just used us and he was going to kill her, and it's not right for us to bring this innocent woman over to her death. And he gives everyone the opportunity to either join him in defeating the boss, which there is no guarantee of survival if they do join him. Or the second choice is to stay, not get on the boat, not betray the boss, but continue to work under the organization. It's a very tough question to ask for your friends. I already know Giorno is 100% in on this whole thing. He's like, yeah, I'm coming with them. It's just guaranteed. I wanted to kill the boss for a long time now, I mean. But for everyone else, it's like very complicated. So Abba decides to go because he always felt comforted by being around Bruno. Mista decides to go because he figures, yeah, Bruno's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. If he's picking a fight with the boss, he probably knows how to win against him. And we do have kind of a long scene with Narancia, which was well done. He's kind of the child of the group, and he's not used to making these kind of decisions on his own. So he doesn't know what to do, and he's looking towards Bruno like, what should I do? You should just order me to come with you. Because if you order me to do it, then I'll do it and I'll feel more comfortable about it. But I can't trust myself. I can't trust my own decisions on what to do. And Bruno's just like, no, that's not how this is gonna work. I can't make the decision for you to put your life on the line. Before they leave on the boat, he just straight up says to Narancia is like, hey, if you're not willing to make the decision, then just don't come. You're not cut out for this. And they just away on the motorboat. So Narancia sees Trish's wound, and he kind of thinks to himself, man, she was betrayed by her own family. I know what that feels like. I think the scene actually went on for a little bit too long. If I'm going to criticize this scene, I probably would. I mean, it was still a good scene, but maybe it's just the translation. It was a little bit too on the nose. But he makes the decision to go with them to protect Trish because he feels that he is Trish in a way. And I do like the scene where he's like swimming champion going towards the motorboat and saying, wait, I have to be there. Trish is me. Her wound is my wound. And I thought that was pretty good line. Of course, they let him on the boat, and they're like, yeah. But Fugo, he's still by the dock. He's like, no, not happening. No. You're dumb. I'm doing the right thing. Sometimes you can't do the right thing. Sometimes the consequences are just too much. And that's kind of the state that Fugo's in when he's thinking through this decision, but so far, it looks like he has made the official decision to just not join them. Now, he'll probably show up later on, but that's just how it is for now. For now, we're going forward without Fugo. Now, regardless of whether or not Fugo is coming back or Fugo is joining them at some point, if I were him, I would get away from that church. The boss is still in there, and I imagine he's not in a good mood. Fugo, go find some shelter. Get yourself safe. So where do we go from here? I still feel like they will join up with the other team who was originally trying to kill them and kill Trish. Because now they kind of have a common goal to find out who the boss is and off them. So where they can compromise is with Trish. Because they were going to use Trish in some way to find the boss's identity and probably kill her. But they have to guarantee Trish's safety because she is a priority. You know, they went through all this trouble just to keep Trish safe. It really suck if you go through all of that and then kill her. What's more, Trish should probably be developing that stand ability. Huh? I need to see Trish fight. I need to see it. I won't accept anything else. I need to see Trish fight. I want to know what her stand ability is. Man, imagine an epic duel between Trish and her father. And she's like, I'm gonna get you. Yeah. But that's where we end this episode of JoJo. So what's gonna happen? Ooh, we gotta find out next time. So comment below what you think about the episode, what you think about the events that have transpired. Leave a like, and hopefully I'll be doing a Jump Force live stream tomorrow, so if you're into that, be sure to catch that. See you guys next time. Bye! Program restart.